Hi everyone, my name is Molly, and I'm going to present about how does Puccini's Madame Butterfly borrow Wagner's concept of leitmotif and impact the development of romantic opera. For introductions, I'm going to introduce about Madame Butterfly as one of Puccini's most famous operas and its emotional depth. Also mention Richard Wagner role in popularizing the concept of leitmotif and their influence on the late Romantic opera. Lastly, is this statement: Puccini's borrowed Wagner's concept of leitmotif and Madame Butterfly to create emotional depth, cultural contrast, and narrative cohesions, showcasing the evolutions of Romantic opera. For contents, we include total is four main idea that we're gonna going through. First is define leitmotif and Wagner's influence. Second, character identifications. Third is analyze Puccini's use of leitmotif in Madame Butterfly. Lastly is technique advances romantic opera. The first thing that we need to understand about leitmotif is that musical themes associate with a character, idea, or emotions. Next is Central Wagner's operas like Ring Cycle is what I'm gonna use example of leitmotif from Wagner's opera into Puccini's. As the character identifications, I have two circles to compare Wagner's and Puccini's. For Wagner's approach, he's limited for character, creating a web musical associations. Puccini's adoptions is character-specific motive, musical motive to characters like Jojo Sand, Pinkerton, and Shoplets. As here we have emotional expressions as the analysis of leitmotif in Madame Butterfly. As key leitmotif is that Puccini's methods conveying a range of emotions and motive to convey emotions from love, longing to the pair, and tragedy, enhance emotional expressions. As Butterfly's theme, it represents innocence, love, and hope, evolved to reflect her despair. For Pinkerton's theme, both a militaristic, reflecting his authority and detachment. Lastly, Star Spangled Banner symbolized Americans' cultural dominance and Pinkerton's foreigner's identity. As the analysis of leitmotif in Madame Butterflies, we have cultural and emotional contrasts. Use of Japanese-inspired motif as pentatonic scales to contrast butterfly heritage with Western influence. Third is Puccini's innovations. Leitmotifs are not rigidly developed but are interwoven seamlessly, adapting to characters' emotional arcs. For awareness, again, I want to remind the thematic development is Wagner methods is developed with leitmotif throughout the opera by transforming and combining. Puccini's methods use a similar approach, developing and transforming leitmotif, dramatic and musical structure of his opera. Here we have impact on the development romantic opera from Wagner's to Puccini's. Wagner's more Wagner's structural approach evolved into Puccini's emotionally driven and intimate applications. Puccini's blending of leitmotifs with verismo, such as realism, heightening dramatic immediacy. And second is expansion of leitmotif usage, influence on later composers who combine leitmotif with diverse musical style. Shift from mythological themes like Wagner's to relatable human story Puccini's. Third is integrations of cultural elements. Puccini's use of cultural motif influenced opera's engagement with global themes and settings. For our conclusions, we have Puccini's elevates the art opera, complex and emotionally resonant work, contributes significantly development of a more symphonic, express the unburied vetremo style of opera. And lastly was influence composer even today. So Recappuccini's borrowing and adaptation of Wagner's limited concepts emphasize how this shape Madame Butterfly and contribute to romantic opera evolutions. Overall, highlight Puccini's legacy as a composer who balanced innovations and emotional storytelling, bridging Wagnerian grandeur with verismo intimacy. Call to actions was encourage further exploration of how Leitmotif enrich the storytelling of both Wagner and Puccini's. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening.